Hello everybody, how you doing? Me, Paddy from across the shock. Well, I've just I've lost the whole first part of this video by pushing the wrong button, but I may as well just start from the beginning. But I can't really start from the beginning. I got another brother knife sent to me. They just sent me them. I don't know when they're going to do it or when they're going to send me. So they sent me the beautiful carbon fibre. Look at that carbon fibre. Isn't that beautiful? This is the new 1508. Beautiful walk and talk. Lovely little knife. But the carbon fibre is the star of the show. Fit and finish on this is absolutely perfect. And I can't show you now because I've just spent 20 minutes rectifying it. When it came, this had like a hook on the blade. It was a big belly that was going in, up and down the other side, and you could see daylight through, which I showed you, and there's no point doing it now because it's not there. And I said I was going to start in a medium stone, and I'd flattened it on a rough die sharp to get it straight. I flattened the blade completely. Horrible noises. It was great video material, but it's gone. And so I couldn't do it in that. I had to go back to my coarsest Venev, and what I've done, I've reground the edge, and all you're going to see is two nicely reground edges here, and you're not going to realise there was a big bow in the blade there. But the reason I wanted to do the video and show the sharp, and I'm going to finish sharpening it, and I'll bring you back, and I'll show it you sharp, and we'll talk about the knife a wee bit more. But there is a reason why I wanted to do that video. When you buy a £30 knife from AliExpress, you're buying it because it's cheap, one. You're buying it because it looks well, and this looks stunning. The fit and finish on the rest of this knife is outstanding for £30, which is about half the price of a case knife. And I don't know a case knife that's ever had fit and finish, especially on handle and back spring like this. There's not many out there that I have seen. The blade's VG10, which is much better than case of steel, and let me tell you, going on sharpening, and I've done cut tests on the brother VG10 before, and it seemed really well heat treated. Now, the problem with this was there was that bow in the blade. It looked like there was a hook on it. And I've flattened that out, and I've put an edge on it with a coarse stone. I'm now going to finish it with a medium and fine, and then give it a bit of a lick. But that's sometimes what you get, and I get very few complaints, but I do get people who have ordered them in the street. Now, one person had a crack scale, which is horrendous, and you can go back through AliExpress and claim your money back. I know it's not a great procedure to do. It's not something I've ever done because I just couldn't be bothered doing that. But I mean, it depends how much that 30 quid means to you. You can go ahead and do that. And by all rights, if you need it, you go and do it. But brother, I don't have a whole lot of contact with, other than the fact they sent me knives. They're quite hard to contact. I've heard people say that. I can only condone that is. But I'm buying a £30 knife. And if it's a bit gritty and it needs cleaned out, or it needs a resharpen, because sometimes I've noticed with brother myself, you'll get a bit of a wavy line on the sharpening. But the rest of the knives are usually pretty good. I mean, once I've got this sharpened, this is an excellent knife that I would pay $100 for without a quiff. Without a quiff, because it's so good. That carbon fibre, I can't tell you how nice that is. That is high-end carbon fibre and VG10 on a pocket knife. Absolutely beautiful. So when you do order things from China, and I know that this is one that I recommend, and they do send me they sent me these free, but you are ordering from a Chinese company through a wholesaler, and you are going to get ones that slip through the net. And that's my only answer to that. They are. And if you're prepared to take that risk, what you get is the reward of a knife that is worth twice what you're paying for it. You might have to sharpen it and reprofile the blade like I'm doing here today. But let me tell you, that knife, once I finish today, will be worth twice what I paid for it. No problem. It's an excellent, excellent pocket knife. So I'll bring it back when I've sharpened it, and we'll have another wee chat. Right, how you doing? I'm back again. Right, we've done the medium stone there, both sides of it, and I've now got a really, what I think is, well, for me, it's a nice symmetrical edge on the knife. It is now, you know, it's now a nice workable knife, and we're ready to go on to the final stone and sharpen it, and let you just see. I just think it's such a beautiful knife, and especially in the carbon fibre. I nearly like the carbon fibre. Well, maybe not more, but as much as the white bone. The white bone is beautiful. But this is definitely a Sunday knife that you could carry with pride. So I'm going to go and give it a final sharpen, and then I'll come back and I'll give you a wee finished conclusion on buying Chinese knives. Hello there, back again. I'm down to my last bit of my stone, so I thought I'd bring you back. This is just the polishing, that's all I'm doing on it. And I sort of wanted to make it a wee bit clearer than what I finished on the last time. If you've bought a knife that I have recommended, I genuinely want you to come back and let me know if you've had problems with that knife. I would hate to think that anybody has had problems. But what I do is I keep a note of people who come back and have a problem so that I know what the fit and finish is like with that company and what I'm likely to expect. And I can honestly say that the amount of people that have bought these brother knives on my recommendation, I have had a few back, but nowhere near enough for me to say don't buy brother. As long as you're prepared to maybe resharpen and regrind your blade or oil and clean out a pivot a bit, these brother knives are honestly some of the best about. And you know, and that's just the genuine truth. And especially their slip joints recently have been some of the best about. The heat treat on this VG10 must be good, or whatever it is if it's not VG10. But let me tell you, I done the cut test and this was like a little razor and just kept going. I just stopped in the end because there was no point. It was good enough for the money that we were paying for them. But I would love to see if any of them has actually been tested. I think some of the brother knives were, but I'll maybe go back and I'll follow up on that. I'll let you know what the results were on them. But this is now getting to the stage where it's a nice sharp knife. It hasn't got, this genuine had such a bow in it. From the tip to the spine, there was an arch, and I had to flatten the whole front and the whole back. You can see maybe how much I've taken up. I have already moved up quite a bit on the blade, but there's still enough of the knife there. So I think you can see, let me just see. I'm not very good at this. I'm just on a phone. But you can see there's an edge coming on that now. There's a nice clear edge. I could sit and go on there for forever and get a much more polished edge. But I just want to wrap this video up, and I'm quite happy with what I've got. You know, that would do me. What I'll normally do now is then I'll just take it to the strop and just give it a strop. This has got a 1, is it 0.1 or no? This is 1 micron. Yeah, 1 micron spray on it. But I mean, I don't put it on very often, to be honest with you. It's a kangaroo leather. It's so good for polishing. It really gives a lovely feedback when you're doing it. And I can already see the polish coming on this knife. And I've hardly finished that last stone. I would go on much longer normally. But it's sharp, and this is a user knife. Sorry, I'm not giving you the best view here. It's sharp, and it's a user knife. It cost me £30, and it's as good as any £100 knife I have in my drawer. And that's a hell of a statement to say. So, although I never like to see anybody getting a knife that I've recommended that's not 100% right, when you're buying Chinese, sometimes you'll get a bad one. But I think in the whole, I try to recommend stuff that is usually pretty good. But hey, I'm not perfect. Now, I think I'll let you see that, just how quickly that's taken. Look at that shine on that kangaroo leather with a 1 micron. I got that from My Heart Knives. Big shout out to him. There's a completely reground blade. It is like a little razor. Happy with that. Can quite happily do a day's work with that. So there we go. I know you missed the beginning. I wish I could have showed you how much bow there was in that. But it's now straight. It's now a perfectly functional £30 knife that I believe you would pay $100 for anywhere else. It is a stunner. An absolute stunner. So if you do buy it on the recommendation, please let me know what you got back. Let me know if your grind was bad, because they're not all bad by any means. Let me know if the fit and finish was good. Let me know what your pivot was okay. Please let me know. I was not by any means saying that people are harping and moaning, because they're not. Generally, my subs who buy the budget knives from China know what you're getting, know sometimes a little imperfection. But the most important thing is, most of all, except for that split in the scale that somebody had, I can't remember who it was now, it's one of my great subs too, but he had a crack scale. Was it Eric? It might have been Eric from over in Europe. But anyway, the rest have just been sort of minimal faults that can be sorted out. So please continue to let me know, because if it gets to a stage where I'm getting too many, I'll just say, right, sorry, I can't recommend them anymore. But so far, I don't want to stop my brother because of the quality that I've got, and I know that a lot of other people have got. So there you go. Paddy's had a wee sharpening morning. You've shared a wee bit of it. I messed my video up as usual, but there we go. Nothing usual for Paddy. Take care, everybody. Stay safe. Stay indoors. And if you're a key worker, you have my heart and my blessings. Take care now. All the very best. Cup of tea time!